The Wandering Monk. In a small village nestled between rolling hills and lush fields, the villagers lived simple yet busy lives. From dawn until dusk, they worked tirelessly on their farms, tending to their animals, and preparing their meals. Each day, they rushed from one task to the next, driven by a sense of urgency and a never-ending list of duties. Amidst all their work, they rarely paused to appreciate the beauty around them or to rest their weary minds. The village was filled with constant activity, but there was also an underlying sense of anxiety and fatigue. One day, a wandering monk arrived in the village. He had no belongings except for a simple robe and a staff, and he carried a serene, peaceful presence with him wherever he went. The villagers, intrigued by his calmness, gathered around him as he sat down under a large banyan tree at the center of the village square. The monk smiled at the gathering villagers and began to speak, his voice gentle yet clear. "I see that you are busy," he said. "I also see the exhaustion and worry in your faces. Tell me, what is it that burdens your hearts and minds?" A farmer spoke first. "I am always rushing to plant my crops and tend to my animals. There is so much to do, and I fear I will fall behind. The harvest season is coming, and I worry I won't be ready." A woman carrying a basket of firewood added, "I have so many children to care for, and there is never enough time to finish everything. I am always thinking of what I need to do next, and I feel overwhelmed." A merchant chimed in, "I must buy and sell goods every day to feed my family. If I stop for a moment, I may miss a deal, and I can't afford that." The monk listened patiently to each person's concerns, then nodded. "I understand your struggles, but I would like to teach you something important. You are so busy thinking about what needs to be done that you have forgotten the present moment. When we are distracted by the past or the future, we lose the opportunity to live fully in the present. Let me show you how." He asked the villagers to sit down around him and to close their eyes. "Take a deep breath," he said softly. "Inhale deeply, and exhale slowly. Feel the air as it enters and leaves your body. Let go of all thoughts of what you have done and what you still need to do. Focus only on this moment." The villagers hesitated at first, but they followed the monk's instructions. The first few moments were filled with restlessness, as many were still caught up in thoughts of their daily duties. But gradually, as they focused on their breath, a sense of calm began to settle over them. The noise of their busy lives seemed to fade away, and they started to feel more present, more connected to the world around them. The monk spoke again, "Now, open your eyes and look around you. See the beauty in this moment. The sun is shining, the birds are singing, and the breeze is cool on your skin. Can you feel it? This moment, right here, is all you need. It is not the past or the future that defines you, but the present." A silence fell over the group as they took in the peaceful atmosphere. For the first time in a long while, the villagers allowed themselves to simply be. They noticed the vibrant green of the trees, the laughter of children playing nearby, and the sweet scent of flowers in the air. In that moment, they realized they had been so consumed by their to-do lists that they had forgotten to appreciate the simple beauty of their lives. The monk continued, "By being present, you can find peace in even the busiest of moments. When you focus on what is right in front of you, with mindfulness and full attention, the tasks that once seemed overwhelming become easier to handle. You will discover that there is no need to rush, everything will unfold at its own pace." The villagers sat quietly, absorbing the monk's words. They could feel the truth in his teachings. Slowly, they realized that the anxiety they carried came not from the work itself, but from their constant distraction and worry about what was to come next. The monk stood up and smiled at them. "Remember, the present moment is a gift. If you live with mindfulness, you will find that life is less about what you must do, and more about how you experience each moment. If you live fully in the present, you will find peace in your heart and clarity in your actions." With that, the monk took his staff and continued his journey, leaving the villagers to ponder his words. As he walked away, they returned to their daily work, but this time with a new understanding. They began to practice mindfulness, focusing on each task they performed, whether it was planting seeds, carrying water, or simply sitting with their families. They learned to appreciate the simple joys of life, finding peace and contentment in the present moment. Moral of the story: in the busyness of life, it's easy to become distracted and overwhelmed. The Wandering Monk teaches us that true peace can only be found when we stop worrying about the past and the future, and instead embrace the present moment. By practicing mindfulness, we can transform even the busiest moments into ones of peace and clarity. Living in the present is the key to a balanced and fulfilling life. Thanks for watching. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to give it a like, share it with others who might benefit, and subscribe to the channel for more valuable content like this. Hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. See you in the next video.